Do not blame yourself for the things you did while in survival mode. This is one of the most profound lessons that I've had to learn. Let me tell you a story to illustrate what I mean. Many years ago, I had a job that I really loved. It wasn't exactly a dream job, but it was pretty close. The work was hard, but it was important. All of my coworkers were fairly chill, except my boss, who was a bit of a taskmaster, who for some reason I always found triggering. The things that they said, the things that they did would always affect me in some way, and I found myself shutting down or becoming unresponsive or inflexible about certain things. Long story short, I was let go from that position. And for years afterward, I would always kick myself for it. I would always get really down on myself, being like, oh, why couldn't I just get over it? Why was I reacting that way? Why couldn't I control my emotions? It wasn't until I started going to therapy that my therapist told me not to blame myself for things that I did while in survival mode. Clearly, I was being triggered by things that were happening in that environment. I didn't have the tools or the knowledge then to really deal with that and to handle it in a way that I now know that I can. You don't get to choose what traumas are imparted to you, and sometimes you just have to deal with the shitty hand that you're given. Once I was told that and processed that, it freed me up from so much guilt and shame and regret that I had from losing that thing that I really loved. However, even though it is not your fault, it is your responsibility to figure your shit out. It is your responsibility to go to therapy, to do shadow work, to figure out your emotional triggers so that you know how to respond in situations that you are placed in that may seem triggering. I also believe in divine timing and that there are certain things that are meant for you and there are other things that are meant to be a lesson for you. And until you learn that lesson, you're not going to be able to level up into a higher state of being. So let's all collectively level up together.